What is that? Don't come any closer!
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Freminet!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp!
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say?
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to invest?
No. I think our situations are probably unrelated. Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp?
Yeah, but, she made a special request, but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it. It's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're too—
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate.
The fish? These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of noise. So, all that about the disappearing fish? Well—
So that's all it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait,
yes, I think that's quite likely.
whew. So in the end, it was just Freminet.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble. Thank you.
Actually, how much work do you still have? Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions?
But don't you need to report back to your—
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out. Even though if we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back. Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Is that what you'd like to do? Huh. Alright. I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie! Are you there? So that's Freminet's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear. It's not really anywhere famous or important.
Hey, Thelxie! Nice to meet you! Do you know how to say hello?
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you...
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. I have two other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on...
That doesn't sound too...
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shell...
A weapon? Will Thelxie have to...
Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand. Like that brave prince of legend.
What an imaginative employer! Naming...
Well, Regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again!
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a...
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench, so please here we go. I have this testing manual. Want to give it a try? Okay. You're
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just... Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right? Okay, that's good. Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable. I'll make sure to stay right by your side. Should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our... This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. These should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Freminet, you're back. I thought...
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor.
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy...
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural...
It's really nice to meet you, Madame d'Estray. Are you Freminet's employer? Paimon is...
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria.
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed.
Obsessed with the...
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request?
Well, Freminet told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willingly.
I see. So Monsieur Freminet is even more discreet than I had thought. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all...
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation... Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water.
Infatuated?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might...
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer?
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed had... It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and live...
Oh no. Is it...
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less!
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son, but...
Huh?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate...
Then what is he...
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've come...
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this?
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused...
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest.
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt...
What? So that's what you...
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of...
Ah! So Zuria's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Oh.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let...
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Freminet need to make a Thelxie?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie, and help him regain his... But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Freminet here to...
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now!
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Freminet to research them for me.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a break...
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as...
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, nice.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this.